Hello there, people. How are you? Are you right? Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So yesterday we were discussing about London and New York, no? And there was a conversation here. So we're gonna listen again the conversation and analyze a little bit the conversation.
9.3. Which do you prefer?
Which do you prefer, London or New York?
Well, I'm American, so of course I love New York more.
I think London's more interesting, and it's a lot bigger than New York.
True, New York is much smaller than London, but the buildings are so much taller, and for me, that's more exciting.
I guess the weather's better in New York.
Well, people think so, but it's worse than London for rain.
Really?
We've got different adjectives, but they are modified, Here we have a long adjective, which is interesting, and then we add more interesting. And the word that we use for long adjectives are more. The same happens on longer or long adjectives. We have here more exciting. But what about short adjectives como big, small, tall? Big, we add er. It transformed into a comparative: bigger, smaller, taller. So this is when we are comparing two things. Yeah, for example, Cuernavaca is more dangerous than Mexico City. Mexico City is smaller than Morelos, no? It's smaller than Morelos, or shorter. And then we have good, it changes totally, better, and bad becomes worse. Yeah, I guess the weather is better in New York. Cristiano Ronaldo is better than Messi, Lionel Messi, or vice versa. Lionel Messi is better, much better than Cristiano Ronaldo. Yep. Yeah, so we have this. We have more, obviously, tenemos muchos más. So our main topic today is comparatives and superlatives, yeah? And for that, I have some things we have to check here. For example, this one. Comparative, talking about animals, the dog or dogs are faster than elephants, no? Then we have the horse is bigger than the dog. The elephant is the heaviest. Then we have superlative. A dog is more energetic than an elephant. Yeah, we're gonna focus more on the comparatives, no? When we're comparing two things. Yeah, one syllable: fast, young, short, big, etc. We just add er. Yeah. You are younger than the teacher. Yeah. A Ferrari car is faster than an Audi car. Yeah. One syllable with ending in E, you just add R, yeah, nicer, stranger. So for example, people from England are nicer than American people. Strange, we can say Day of the Dead is stranger than Halloween. Yeah, Day of the Dead is stranger than Halloween. Then we have one syllable consonant for plus short vowel consonant. Yeah, we add er, big, bigger, hot, hotter. We double the last consonant. Yeah. Yesterday was hotter than today because today is colder. Yeah, today is colder. Normally it's not cold, but today it's colder. Then we have two syllables with ending with Y, happy, happier, crazy, crazier. Yeah, two or more syllables. Then we add more. Yeah. Here, if you notice here, in this part, we don't add more, no decimos more fast, more young, more nice, aunque nos diga nuestra mente traducir, our mind, it says translate, es mejor usar más, but no, actually no. It is the ending of the adjective, yeah. More solamente lo usamos para long adjectives. More famous, more beautiful, yeah, two or more syllables. And then there are some exceptions or the irregular adjectives, good, better, bad, worse. This is for comparing two things, yeah, comparing two things. Mhm. All right,
Teacher,
yes.
también podemos usar en vez de more, less.
Yeah, less exciting, less interesting, pero igual,
Yes.
la regla va a ser la misma. Si tengo long adjectives, entonces less exciting, less interest. Solamente para long adjective, para short adjective no se podría. Tendrías que hacer la negación. Isn't bigger, isn't smaller. They aren't
Claro, y
younger. Ujú.
tengo entendido que después de more hay otra forma, ¿no? Que es the most.
Ah, ya.
Hay otra forma de decir en vez de decir less, como the less, algo así.
The least. The least.
Less, the least,
The least.
con
Yeah.
T al final.
Least.
Yes, correct?
Yeah, correct. Lea.
Okay.
But no worries, we're not going to check that. Superlatives, yes, we're gonna check that in a moment. Entonces, tall se convierte en taller. Wet, wetter. Beautiful, more beautiful. Expensive, ¿cómo sería?
More expensive.
More expensive.
Nice, que es short.
Nicer,
Old,
older,
Older.
Older.
cheap,
cheaper,
friendly,
friendly,
friendlier.
Peer friendlier.
Friendlier, a pesar de que es a bit more, a bit longer, tenemos que decir friendlier. Yeah, porque terminan en Y, friendlier. Yeah. Good,
Better.
Hot. Better.
better, yes, exactly. Hot,
Hotter.
crowded.
Crowdeder. More crowded.
Crowded, no.
crowded.
More
Good,
crowded.
but no. More crowded. Delicious,
more delicious,
more delicious. Bad,
worse,
worse. Cold,
Older.
Colder.
polite,
Politer.
More
Politer.
polite. More polite.
or more
More
polite.
polite.
Es la única que se puede con los dos. More polite o politer. Recuerden que polite es,
Alright.
ya, amable. Polite, politer, more polite. We can say European people are more polite than American people, or European people are politer than American people. Okay, so look at the photos of New York. Yeah, look at the photos of New York and the Londons. It says work with a partner and compare the two cities here. I want you to do individual, this part, comparing. You can make sentences. Yeah, for example, here, I think Freedom Tower is taller than the Shard. Here it is comparing, yeah. Or I can say, I think the Freedom Tower is more modern than the Shard. Oh, I think the chart isn't bigger than the Freedom Tower. Yeah. But not only about the buildings, also you can talk about the metro. The metro in England is faster than, yeah. The weather is, yeah. Here the parks are people, yeah. I want you to make sentences comparing, no? Here it is suggested some adjectives: tall, beautiful, expensive, maybe talk about the shops, yeah, cheap, crowded. Crowded is when we have more people, yeah, crowded, cuando hay mucha gente. Big, nice, hot, cold, wet, rainy, también puede ser rainy, es un adjetivo, rainy. Yep, okay, so make sentences. We're gonna check the listening in a moment. Remember to compare. You can find more information about London and New York on Google. If you are interested in finding more information, use the internet in favor for you guys. Mhm. Remember, for example, if we write this, it is incorrect, no? No puedo decir it's more. Mhm. It's a bigger city than New York. New York has more beautiful parks than London, no? You can use also the verb have or has. Yeah. You can say that. I am giving you extra ideas, yeah. New York is more cosmopolitan. That means multicultural, cosmopolitan than London. Mhm. Okay, write more if you want more ideas. Por aquí me equivoqué. That is than. Than. Ujú. Recuerden cuando comparamos es than.
Teacher, letter D, la imagen es the underground. Or what if it's London, but
It's London, It's the Big Ben.
London.
It's the famous landmark in London, or it is referring to the weather. También está refiriéndose como al clima.
Okay, thank you.
One minute and we check the ideas from the audio. Yeah, we're gonna check the ideas from the audio. 1 minute, please. Try to write as many as possible sentences comparing these two cities.
Nine 9.4. I think it's taller.
I think the Freedom Tower is taller than the Shard, but I think the Shard is more beautiful.
I think the underground is more expensive than the subway, and the trains are more crowded.
There are more parks in London, and they are bigger and nicer, I think.
I think the weather in New York is hotter in summer and colder in winter. It's also wetter, but I think New York is sunnier.
I think the people in New York are friendlier, but I think Londoners are more polite.
All right. Yankees, yeah, Yankees, that means people from New York are meaner or ruder than London. People from London, ¿no? Londoners también se puede decir Londoners. Yankees, ¿no? Así le dicen. Yankees are meaner or ruder, también puede ser más rudos, ruder, than people from, Londoners, ¿no? Than Londoners. Okay, so it was a practice. We're gonna go back later on. We're gonna do the listening part. Larry, he's a guy from New York who lives and works in London. Yeah, he's from there, but he works in London. Which thing does he think are better in New York and which in London, no? For example, Diego, can you read the first, please? La primera. Can you read this part?
Yes, New York is easier to walk around because it's smaller.
Yeah, easier. Yeah. Easy también podemos convertirlo en comparative. Nada de more easy. Easier. Yeah. I know that at the beginning it's a little bit, oh my God, why I can't use this more, but it's necessary, yeah, to omit, yeah, to say the ending IER, ER, and omit more, ¿no? Es un poco más difícil para nosotros porque tratamos de traducir más, ¿no? But try to do it little by little, yeah? After the class, I'm going to share some activities so you can do it. Okay, so listening, yeah, underground, it refers to the metro, to the train. Yeah, underground is subway, is the metro, but in New York, yeah, the underground. Underground literalmente significa por debajo de la tierra, por debajo de la tierra. But it is, that's the name of the metro, yeah.
Puede ser el bajo mundo también.
No. Well, yes, el bajo mundo, yeah, por debajo de, yeah, something that is dark, no? But in this case, in this context, it is train. The underground también lo llaman the tube, el tubo, the tube. Did you know that? ¿Sabían que los ingleses le llaman así? The tube underground, the underground. Porque literal parece como tubo y tuberías, the tube. Okay, so listen and complete with comparative words.
9.5. Larry, an American living and working in London.
Well, I like both New York and London, but they're good for different things. New York is easier to walk around because it's smaller. The underground is better than the subway. It's much nicer, but it is more expensive. Of course, there are a lot of older buildings in London, so it's kind of more interesting. And I really love the parks here. My favorite is Regent's Park, but there are so many. I read that nearly half of London is green. That's amazing. I like it here in summer. It's a lot hotter in New York, and it can get way too hot there. Winters are warmer here in London, but they're so gray. In New York, winters are colder and snowier, but sunnier. As for the people, well, generally Americans are friendlier to strangers than the British. Life is faster in New York, though, and Londoners are probably more polite.
Do I repeat? Do you want me to repeat or that's okay?
Yes,
One
yes,
more,
please.
teacher, please.
One more time. Yes, all right.
9.5. Larry, an American living and working in London.
Well, I like both New York and London, but they're good for different things. New York is easier to walk around because it's smaller. The underground is better than the subway. It's much nicer.
It started with B.
Better.
Better.
Than the subway. It's much
Nicer.
nicer. También podemos agregar la palabra de adverb much como para enfatizar, yeah. To make more emphasis, much nicer, much better, yeah. Okay, listen.
But it is more expensive.
But it is
More expensive.
Expensive.
More expensive.
expensive. Yeah, más caro, expensive.
Of course, there are a lot of older buildings in London.
There are a lot of
Older.
older, yeah.
So it's kind of more interesting.
It's kind of
More
Interesting.
interesting.
more interesting. Correct. More interesting.
And I really love the parks here. My favorite is Regent's Park, but there are so many. I read that nearly half of London is green. That's amazing. I like it here in summer. It's a lot hotter in New York.
It's a lot
Harder.
hotter, yeah, hotter. Lo dice él con su acento americano, hotter, yeah. Hotter or hotter, yeah.
And it can get way too hot there. Winters are warmer here in London.
Winters are. Oh, one more time.
Winters are warmer here in London.
Similar word.
Warmer.
Warmer. Yeah. Más calurosos. Yeah. Similar words. They are kind of synonyms. Yeah. Synonyms.
But they're so gray. In New York, winters are colder and snowier, but sunnier. As
No. Yeah. So we have here mistake. Perdón. Here. One more
for the people, they're colder and snowier, but
So, colder, and por ahí dijo otra palabra. How do you say nieve? How do you say nieve? No me van a decir ice cream.
No.
Snow. Snow. No ice cream, ¿eh? Snow. Como es un adjetivo, snowy, entonces lo cambiamos a snowier. Snowier. Yeah. So, listen one more time. Vamos a escucharlo otra vez.
in New York, winters are colder and snowier, but sunnier. As for the people, well, generally Americans are friendlier to strangers than the British.
Friendlier.
Friendlier. That's a lie. Es una mentira eso. That's a lie. British people are friendlier, not Americans.
Life is faster in New York, though, and
Life is
Faster.
faster. Yeah.
Londoners are probably more polite.
More polite.
More polite.
More polite. O politer también se puede. Polite, more polite. Okay, so you notice that he talked about the weather, he talked about parks, he talked about people, and he talked about the underground. Okay, so let's go to the next part. Yeah, practice here. Complete the conversation using comparative form of the adjectives. Yeah. But I want you to work in pairs. Quiero que trabajen en pairs, ¿vale? Vamos a hacer two activities. Vamos otra vez a comparar a London a New York, ¿vale? London y New York, lo que escribieron. Yeah, here, what you wrote, what you mentioned, and also this part, ¿no? Complete. Aquí ya tienen los adjectives, entonces hay que solamente hacerlos comparatives, ¿vale? Entonces, two activities, a speaking activity, work together, share your answers, open your mic and share your answers, ¿vale? Two activities, comparing cities, and again, compare London and New York. And also, if you want, if you'd like to practice more, you can compare London with Cuernavaca or with Mexico in general, no? For example, food in Mexico is more delicious than in New York. Yeah? People are friendlier in Mexico than in New York, ¿no? You can compare also, ¿vale? Entonces vamos a tomar unos 6 minutes, yeah, entre 6 y 7 minutes para hacer estas dos actividades. Remember, speaking activities, yeah, here. Y aquí también tienen aquí, compare two cities that you know. Yeah. Entonces podemos compare Mexico and these other cities, ¿vale? Ok, vale. 3. Enter please to your room. Entren a sus chat room, please. Karen, Michelle, Laisha.
New York is older than London.
No, it isn't. New York is much more modern.
2.
Tokyo is cheaper than Bangkok.
No, it isn't. Tokyo is much more expensive.
3.
Amsterdam is bigger than Paris.
No, it isn't. Amsterdam is much smaller.
4.
Johannesburg is safer than Cape Town.
No, it isn't. Johannesburg is much more dangerous.
5.
The traffic in Mexico City is better than in Sao Paulo.
No, it isn't. It's much worse.
Where it's much more. Where it's much worse, no more. Okay, guys, so we didn't have time to check the superlatives, but I have one video for you to share that I'm going to share. This is the video for the girl that I like. We watch videos from this girl, English with Lucy. She has a video on comparatives and superlatives. So as you can see, there are only 10 minutes of your time, 10 minutes of your time, yeah? Instead of wasting time on Facebook, on TikTok, you can watch this video, right? Entonces, se los voy a compartir. Only is gonna take you 10 minutes of your life, yeah? Se los voy a compartir para que lo vean, ¿vale? Please watch it, pay attention, because she explains great. She explains clearly, yeah. Please, that's going to be your homework. Va a ser su tarea, 10 minutes, yeah. 10 minutes solamente les va a tomar, instead of losing time or wasting time, ¿vale? Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, teacher. See you.